tie-break between xuanet and VariantsOnly in a prize money match between the two. At the end of the Crazy House elimination, they're both going to be candidates in the Crazy House World Championship, and they're tied 7-7. So it's been a lot of back and forth. xuanet coming back with 3 games in a row to tie the match at 5-5, but Variants hitting only, taking 6-5 lead, 6-all, 7-6, 7-all. The last 4 games going with white, is it? Yes. And
yes, and
I'll just play
now
back
it looks like
this one. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks good for black. Possibly a safer king. He has given knight for the rook, but that's actually almost equal, or is equal in Crazy House.
So even a pawn at g5 was pawn at g4 rather was quite tempting. Just building it.
Yeah, that was a possibility too. Oh, he goes pawn h6. What's the idea? I mean, what happens if takes?
So.
G takes h6. What is he gonna do? I don't see it yet. Oh, but he just doesn't take. Goes pawn at f3. So h takes g7, he'll have to take with the queen and then rook g3, I thought, but he goes rook g3 right away. Okay, putting pressure on c7. He takes g2, now it's getting very sharp. What happens if pawn takes g7? Then you can play knight at h3 and knight at f3 and win.
So
if h takes g7 now, knight at f3, bishop takes, knight from e takes f3.
Yeah, you're picking up the queen along the way. Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, well, are you winning? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's winning.
You're only picking up a rook, maybe, but you're probably taking a second rook on the back rank. Yes, it's clearly sharp.
Yeah, now maybe rook at c6, I was thinking. And if rook takes, then knight at f3 check. And then take the rook on g6, but okay, he might not take. He can just play pawn at g2 then. After rook at g6. Because clearly you have to do something about pawn takes g7. Okay, he blocks the file.
I mean, if pawn at g2, then rook takes g3, and then you have f2 and h2 with knight at g4 though.
Wolf.
Wolf.
Hey.
Hi there, Wolf.
You were missing.
Yes, I was watching from the shadow.
Yeah, we needed someone to point out all the checks.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, but pawn at c2 was played and g takes
Pawn
h6.
h7 is a check.
Okay, but not now. It was the one crazy game. Okay, they're in time trouble. Bishop f4 to hit e5, bishop f6 to cover it. Pawn f3 and knight at h5 to hit the rook. Okay, he's winning the rook.
Black is winning.
Have to take, because obviously rook h1 is mate.
How do you finish?
Maybe bishop g... you don't have a knight.
Maybe pawn at e3.
He does it.
Okay, you probably should cover f2 now with the queen.
I just realized historically these guys are 22-22 all. So.
Whoa.
Bishop t. Okay. So that knight was actually defending g3.
Yeah, throws in a check, pawn d4.
That was a check. I spotted it. Just take the knight, maybe?
Oh, VariantsOnly getting low on time.
Yeah. But okay, still. Ah, whoa. If you block, then I mean you can't really block. Whoa, he gives up the queen. Does he have mate?
This is scary.
But,
No. But now queen is
mm,
covering f2.
Queen at
No,
F2,
rook
and
f1,
then
rook
rook
f1.
H1. Rook H1. Wow, he missed rook H1.
But no mate.
There is mate. Queen
No.
queen takes bishop.
Is there mate?
Where is the mate though?
Where's the mate?
No mate. I mean, have to try something now. No mate.
Yes, try something. Maybe there is something.
Bishop check.
Bishop check. Okay, queen check first, but that doesn't help.
Yeah,
At
doesn't
all.
really help. Bishop takes now.
Oh, okay, but no, you can't.
And now pawn at G7 wins.
Yeah.
Oof. That was pretty epic.
Bishop f8. Okay, he has to win next game. No problem. White.
No problemos.
So I'll just open that on the other board.
Okay,
Right.
d4, d5 line with bishop g5. Knight bd7. Okay, knight e5. This okay. I usually play e3 first, but okay, knight e5. Or is it fine? I'm not sure. I think you should play e3 for this reason, but it's still not over.
White should play e3, you mean, or?
Yeah, like before knight e5. You play e3, e6, and then knight e5. Is the Finland recommendation.
Yeah, e3, e6, then knight e5. So it goes
This
knight
looks
e5.
good for the actual. After knight e4.
Yeah, now it.
Oh. Just knight at d5.
Yeah, now the bishop is hanging on g5 and the knight is hanging on d5. What's going on? You are losing material. Okay, he sacks for the pawn.
And
still bishop is hanging and pawn is hanging.
Yeah, doesn't look good.
So queen takes d4.
Yeah,
What is gonna happen?
d4.
Rook
and
d8. Pawn at
d5
d6.
maybe. Oh, pawn at d6.
Or
Yeah,
check.
pawn at d6.
Or check.
No, pawn at d6 looks good. Looks best try.
No, check might be also good. Queen a4. What do you block with?
Knight on c6.
Knight on c6.
And what do you achieve?
At least queen isn't hanging.
Yeah, but
Okay, knight c6. Now, if bishop f4, there is queen takes e5.
yeah.
And then bishop takes e5, pawn at d2, king d1, knight takes f2. Mate.
Yes.
Okay, knight b5, but now just take the pawn. Yep.
Yeah, this is not good. Pawn at d2, bishop takes, rook takes.
Yep, you can do that.
Very materialistic approach. Or that. Safer approach. Now maybe knight a7. Too slow though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe-
castle. No, at least there is rook d8 threat. Rook d8.
I mean, it's not
I mean,
not
Isn't it-
mating yet. It's gonna be
quite
hard to
strong,
defend.
though. So pawn at c7. What do you do? Queen takes.
Yeah.
And rook e8, king d7.
Sorry, I was trying to get.
Yeah.
Ah, I just messed up all the dimensions.
And
Okay,
it will
never
be
mind this.
impossible to defend. Or maybe not. Bit c3.
Yeah, maybe just b takes c3 then.
Sorry,
So
I'm trying to
maybe
fix
don't
the dimensions. Sorry. Yeah.
maybe don't do the rook check, just
Yeah,
take c3
just
now.
take c3 first.
Okay, sorry guys.
It's okay. Yeah, take c3 with the idea of just taking the queen next. Although that gives black 2 moves to play. So maybe take
Maybe
c3,
just
rook e1 check.
Rook at a1, king b2.
Sorry? King b2,
King
okay.
b2.
The bishop.
Yep. Are you saying king b2, then now
No.
knight takes d5? And do you have mate if knight takes queen? Mate by assumption.
Yeah, exactly.
Free bishop.
Still a free bishop. And do you have mate if knight
mean,
takes c7?
It threatens one check. Come on, Wolf, back me up.
Yeah, I was looking if there's more than one check.
On b2 by Katask. Interesting idea to promote to a knight.
Okay.
And now if you take the queen, what's happening?
Maybe just take back.
Take
Or-
back? No way.
I don't know. Now knight b1, does it do anything? Knight b1?
Knight b1. Why is it mate?
Where's the mate?
Oh, d2 is covered with the bishop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
d2 is
So you
covered. I don't
take-
see knight c5. Maybe it's the idea. Then king c4. It gets complicated. But maybe you want to go king b2 first. Yes. To invite pawn at c3. And now king c4. Where's the mate?
But do you have mate if you take the...
But what if just take c7 now?
No, take the queen. Oh,
But-
mate!
Yeah, that I
No,
don't think
no.
taking
King
the
c8, king c8. King c8.
King c8, yes.
Oh, but no blocker, no blocker. Important term in the instructive position
Queen here.
study.
Discovered.
Oh, very nice,
Yes,
very
of
nice.
course.
You
Very
b8, brilliant.
Very nice.
Whoa. And back to 8-8. Oi, oi, oi.
Wait, what was the longest match before in this year?
13-11.
Oh,
I think it was mine.
yeah, 13-11.
Yeah, it was even longer than Wolf's.
13,
It was-
11?
Oh,
It-
wait.
It was the single elimination bracket.
What?
Single
Oh.
elimination bracket.
But, okay, let's
You have to
say
be
in
big.
the top of the elimination.
You have to be big brain to understand.
Oops. So apparently there wasn't a mate. Like instead of knight g1, knight takes queen was safe. I mean that's crazy. Because originally the black knights were defending the key squares. Queen at d6.
Oh.
Well, what a find from VariantsOnly.
Nice move.
I guess I'm gonna come back.
Okay, bishop g5 hitting the queen. And queen c7, alright. Sometimes OP recommends this move, but okay, not in this exit position. Wait, what happened? Why is he down? Oh, no, pawn d4. Okay. But this should be good for white. Bishop g4, queen c7, h6. Yeah, okay. So white's putting pressure on g7. If knight takes, then bishop takes, and if then g takes, then there is pawn at g7, rook g8, followed by knight at f6 fork. So I don't think he's gonna take on h6 now. He's gonna probably try to defend. Like this. And now you could maybe take, but then rook takes. Is there anything better? Okay, d6 is a little bit soft.
Oh, Nikolai, thanks
d6
for the subscription. Although I'm very keen for you to put your Crazy House videos back up on YouTube on f7, g7, and smothered mate. And the two boards, because we were watching two matches earlier until so Penguin against T Cubes and now Xuanet against VariantsOnly.
So knight at f6 checks, king e7, knight to e4, threatening pawn at f6. And also then bishop on d6. And you can take with the knight, and if queen trade happens on d6, then pawn at c7 should be enough to mate, but maybe not. Maybe he can go like king d7 and then to e8. But definitely better for white
So,
there.
okay, that's creative defense.
Yeah, but you could throw in pawn at f6 now and then take d6 instead.
Pawn f6.
Or even take f6 actually, and then knight at e4 if you take with the king.
Yeah.
You have plenty of options. I'd take probably f6. But okay, d6 is also fine. And now knight takes c8 is the threat. So say black's gonna move or defend the bishop. White can just play like bishop at c5 with the discovery idea, and it will be quite hard for black to get out of it. Like you'd have to move the king, let's say king d8, but then even like pawn at e7. Okay, king d7 you can probably, but then knight takes e5.
Well, I was thinking at g5, just. Oh,
Okay,
actually, your
at
knight's
g5.
hanging. Your knight's hanging, yeah. Maybe now at g5.
I still like bishop at c5.
Bishop at c5. Oh, c5, obviously, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, c5.
I was thinking, what? c4? yeah, the dark squares.
Yeah, so knight f5 and knight takes c7 is mate in 2 threat. So he moves the rook to avoid it. Okay, pawn b7 right away. I was thinking knight check and then pawn b7. But yeah, this looks good too.
What's the difference? Oh, well, this just wins.
Yeah, this wins. Oh wait, VariantsOnly was black. I thought he was white.
No, white's been winning all the last few games.
Oh,
In fact,
Yeah.
the last 7 games
and
have all gone to
Michael
white.
is just rooting for Variants Only.
Oh yeah, and hi there, Hang NGA. Sorry, I'm being very slow
How-
responding to chat.
How many flowers are you gonna lose if Xuanet
Oh.
wins?
Not too many. Because they bet on xuanet also. On VariantsOnly also. And all the exact scores were wrong, so that's good.
Yeah, no one predicted 9-8, right?
Oh,
Or 10-8.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even an option. Option is 5-5.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna have to work for their $50.
Yeah.
That's not a nasty attack on c7. Rook c8 possible, but
Yeah. Bishop e2 here is a bit passive. I would have played bishop d3 in the opening instead, probably. And whoa.
I don't think
Bishop.
this pawn. I don't know.
Looks kinda. I would take white, but okay, black will probably give up the queen now. With just keeping the queen on d7, I think, and just covering. Or maybe not. Maybe he can try queen e7, but then there is knight at f6 Katask after queen trade. But maybe you're fine. King e7 and then take the knight. Or do you even have something
So
stronger,
you're
like
talking
bishop
about
takes e7?
at d7, king e7.
No, the Katask line.
Yeah. So what is the line at?
Uh,
Queen takes d7, knight takes.
so after 13, knight e5, knight takes e3, knight takes d7, knight takes d1.
I'm gonna have
Or
to just open this.
Katask is not gonna take d1. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, but probably you have to. Black should take on e2, right? Take on e2 to get the knight. And then you probably don't have time for pawn h3, but you should defend. Although it's kinda. Then I go queen e7 with material edge, but unclear, okay. Yeah. Queen c6 ideas, exactly. It's quite
does
unclear.
Black have a mating threat? Can I take something? Oh,
Oh, this
that I didn't see.
feels very. Oh, VariantsOnly has to win this game.
Feels like it should be mated. Bishop at e2 or king g.
Or do you start with rook h1 first?
Oh yes, rook h1 to get a free piece.
Yeah. And then. Yeah, this is over. And queen takes f2.
Oh
GG.
wow, nice. So Xuanet takes it 10-8. Epic. I'll just open up the analysis on another board. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't convinced by the whole b6 a5, but somehow it worked out. I'm not quite sure. So apparently it's theory. b6 a5, and you should back off. But okay, so he attacked. And we were discussing this knight takes c3 line. So saying the black king is safe enough just for now.
Sorry?
Yeah, I was just looking at the line which Katas was mentioning earlier. So if you do this, oh, I see. So what? Okay, so apparently a nasty idea from white in that position is actually to take once on e2, because with 3 knights in hand, white is actually mating. Knight at f6, king d8, queen d7, sack a whole queen, use a second knight, and it's checkmate. I mean, that's just nuts. So knight at f6. So when the king is on e8, if you don't, if you're knight at f6 and you don't take it, you just try and run. Then queen at e7, king takes queen, knight at c6 is mate with 3 knights, which is pretty nuts. That's a nice position to remember. And if you try and run with your king, then knight at d6 is trapping it, so you have to go knight takes pawn, king here, and probably the simplest thing is bishop takes, and that is mate. Okay, and if you do take that knight on f6, then knight takes, and now suddenly this square is very weak, so you have to run the other way, and this just looks like mate. g7, because it'll be knight at h5 and queen at g7, but this is no good. So queen at d7 works, but it's slow, and knight at c6 is the way to go. The 2 knights cover all these squares, and the bishop covers this square. So king takes knight is forced. And then queen at g5 is mate. Okay. So that whole stuff didn't work. So this is all good for black, basically. I mean, that was until okay, and bishop at e2 wasn't good then. Knight at e2 was the best move. On move 14, bishop at d2 gave white chances. Well, Sophia said it gave it chances and then changed its mind. So depth 12, it starts liking black again. And rook at h1, very accurate finishing. Okay, I'll put that last one in the study and then end the stream. So it's just like a good illustration of how you make studies. So you can go from the game from here and go study. That's one way. That puts the whole game in the study. Or else you can copy the fen. So I'm actually going to delete this chapter from the study, and instead I'm going to go to the chapters, go add a new chapter, go to fen, paste in the fen, say it's Crazy House, and that's xuanet. Only 10-8. And orientation black. Create the chapter. So rook here, some kind of block. We draw the king out, and this is no good, just queen he'll be mate. So queen, king takes, queen here, king up, queen takes, bishop covers. Okay, so that's it. Thanks Michael and GSVC and Fumitox and others, and Lone Wolf for joining in the chat. Sorry that this is just the end of the series. The beginning of the series wasn't recorded properly, but hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, thanks for streaming.